Hey y'all! So I'm here to review the July Cairn Box. I am really late on it. We're now into August. I had gone on a 2 week road trip to the Southern Appalachians in North Carolina on the Carolina side. Visited Great Smoky Mountains and all that sort of really cool jazz. I brought my Cotopaxi day pack from the June Cairn Box, and I loved it. There was only one day that I used my Kelty day pack, which was when I was planning on going and a longer, like a 6 mile hike in the Great Smoky Mountains. I brought my Kelty day pack, but for pretty much everything else I did, I used my Cotopaxi, and it's just perfect. It's just enough for wallet, water bottle, and camera, and that's all I really used it for. So here we are with July's, really late on July's. So I should be looking forward to August soon. Um, and let's see what I got. I haven't looked at anybody else's YouTube, so this is going to be like a real surprise. So let's see. Um, so the inside quote right here says, "If a tree falls in the woods, be there to hear it," which is really hilarious because my shirt says, "May the forest be with you." I had gotten this shirt when I went to Yosemite back in April. And then the quote on the paper says, "Wilderness is more than a natural place, more than a place for recreation, is a place of inspiration." And I think that that's fairly true. Um, so let's see what we got. Um, so we have here the stuff for the month. Um, Earth and sky, woods and fields, lakes and rivers. The mountain and the sea are excellent schoolmasters and teach some of us more than we can ever learn from books. So that's pretty cool. I would definitely say I'm feeling this. The trip, I live in Miami, so we don't have any mountains. And being able to be in the mountains, I had rented a cabin for an entire week in Robbinsville, North Carolina, and it was like right on a creek, right in the mountains, and yeah, it was fantastic to get away and get away into the mountains, and then to also come back to the beach and tropicalness and all the other stuff that I'm used to here in Miami. Um, so let's see what we got. So I got, ooh, let's see what this is. It's on the go power up to 2 times charge, an LED and light LED lantern, 30 hours of runtime, portable battery pack and lantern. Oh my god. I don't know how many of you have had your camera or cell phone die on you out in the field or outside. That has happened to me a lot. Most of the time, it's not because I'm using it so much, but because I forgot to charge it before I went out. I want to read a little bit more about this. This is the perfect companion for anyone who can't have their mobile devices dying on them. Hello. The lithium 440 packs enough power to keep your gadgets charged for days. It's small enough to carry around in your pocket, plus it has crazy bright built-in lantern that can last 30 hours. We promise you'll keep this bad boy within reach everywhere your summer adventures take you. Well, let me look at other stuff, and then I'll come back to that. That right now is something that I've been dying to have, so I can't wait to really try that more. And then we have, what is it? Real food bar built to fuel Moroccan your world. With turmeric, cardamom, ginger, and pistachio. 4 carbs, 1 protein for athletes, real food ingredients, happy digestion. So what does this say? Picky bars. Get ready for delicious, fantastic voyage with the newest Picky bar flavors. Slightly savory, real food ingredients inspired from Moroccan cuisine. Will give you all the balance, energy you need for outdoor activities. Gluten, dairy, and soy free. So I'm actually not a huge fan of soy products. I actually have fibroids, which are sort of uterine growths. This might be a little TMI, but soy, as I understand it, I am not a doctor. Soy acts as like an estrogen or something and can make it grow. So I stay away from soy milks and all the other things like that. So I'm pretty happy about this. I will give that a taste test. We'll see about that. And then, ooh, look, I have a patch. OMG, I love it. I have to decide what I'm going to put it on. I'm definitely going to put it on something. I know this seems really corny, but this makes me extremely happy. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Okay. And then the last one is Surface Sun System White Water Sport Zinc Oxide Face Stick, water resistant, 80 minutes, SPF 45. Let me see. That's actually not bad. A lot of people think black people don't need sunscreen. We need sunscreen. All right. Not only does it help with slowing down aging and all the other sort of vanity around it, but I have actually burned before. Not bad in the way that I see my lighter brethren burn, but I have burned. Where the skin is tender and then there's a little flaking of skin afterwards. Normally it happens at the beginning of the summer where I'm for the first time kind of going out and maybe spent a little too much longer outside and didn't reapply anything. At this point in the summer, you know, we're in August, I have a very decent decent coverage, so I'm not as apt to burn, but I actually still go outside with sunscreen. I have a SPF 15 oil of Olay that I put on every day before I head out, because some days I am not planning on being outside, and then I'm just like, oh, I think I'm gonna grab lunch outside or whatever. So I think this is something that I'll probably keep in my car, and because it's so versatile, just like I'm going to keep the Cotopaxi in my car, I'm going to keep this in my car. In my car, I also keep like mosquito spray, and I do keep an SPF 15 spray. I think this will be, because this is a face stick, I'm definitely going to use this more for my face. So I keep, you know, along with a first aid kit and like a blanket, a beach blanket, and a towel, and extra flip-flops, because you're in Miami, you always need extra flip-flops. I do keep a pack of, you know, mosquito repellent and so forth and so on. So I'll actually add this to that pack. And then we have, of course, the sticker, which this month is blue. And then the discounts that they give us. So let me look at this bar. One thing that's interesting that they said is that it's savory. So I actually really like Cliff bars and granola bars, but like really like every once in a while I'm like, ugh, I don't really feel like cooking dinner. I think I'll just grab a Cliff bar. Boom. But one of my biggest the things I don't like about them is that they're all sweet. So having a savory version of that might actually just be addictive for me, because then I might never cook and just live off of these. We'll see. It's actually really good. I wouldn't call this savory. I'd still call it within the realm of sweetness of other bars. Of like your average Cliff bar or whatever. I definitely think the flavor combinations are really good. This is actually something that I might go and buy again. Last month we had these dehydrated cheesecake ball things. And as much as I enjoyed them, I wouldn't buy them again. They were just too sweet tasting. They tasted more like a cookie. I felt like they were more like a dessert. Although I guess if you're backpacking or camping with friends, that might be a nice little dessert to have. Um, but you know, for your average hiking and shorter trips, I would just bring good desserts, or just go grab ice cream afterwards because ice cream is the bomb. Um, but so I wouldn't buy those. I wouldn't buy the little cheesecake things. My dog Sasha, sorry about that. But this I think I might actually buy, and so we have, what's the discount on these? 20%. Not bad. So I'll see what other flavors they have. Um, Again, this one was the turmeric, cardamom, ginger, and pistachio. It's definitely, again, sweeter than the word savory seems to me, but not for really good. I'll probably finish it in like 10 minutes. Alright, so let me look at this chart of drifting while I'm finished eating. Boom, boom. Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is actually have an errand run. So I'm actually gonna charge this. By the time I come back, it will be dark because it's around 7:30 now. It gets dark around here around 8:30. So when it's dark, I'm actually gonna test it out. And so we'll test out the LED portion of it. Because really, again, this is really just a charger for your phone. So what I like is, I shouldn't say phone, because really what it is, you know what, let me not pretend I know what it is. I'm going to test it properly. I'm going to plug it in, test it, charge it, and literally in a few seconds I will let you know. I'll splice it in before I pop it on the interwebs. So I do want to talk to you about some outdoor stuff. Again, I'm in Miami, so right now we have Zika going on. So I live just a mile or two away from University of Miami. So thankfully, I'm not in the hot zone. The hot zone is actually a neighborhood called Wynwood, which is much more east than where I am. So thankfully, there's really no reason for me to go into the hot zone, although generally speaking, Wynwood is one of my favorite places to hang out, but I won't be hanging out there until mosquito season is over or this Zika thing is handled. I'm not pregnant and I'm not soon to be pregnant, but I don't intend on exposing myself anyway. Like, I don't see why when there's no real need for me to go to the hot zone. One of the things I was concerned about today is the fact that some of you might see behind me, I have some passion flowers. I have been starting up a butterfly garden, and you can't see them now, but there's been a lot of really, I'll actually splice in some pictures and some video of some of the chrysalises and caterpillars and butterflies and stuff like that. Most of what I have so far is Gulf fritillaries from the passion flowers, but I also over here, which is not in the shot right now, have a Dutchman's pipe or something like that, and then I have a Kunti a little further. Actually, you might be able to see the Kunti from here. Can you see the Kunti? Yeah, you can see the Kunti. Those of you that know what a Kunti is, don't worry, I'll show you pictures in a moment. So I was really worried with Miami-Dade County spraying that that it would kill my butterflies. And it turns out that they are spraying a pretty harsh chemical called nolid. And nolid is really bad for butterflies. But thankfully, I'm not in the spray zone since I'm not in the hot zone. So my butterflies are safe for now until they decide to spray this area, until we have Zika in this area. So thankfully, I'm safe from Zika. Therefore, my butterflies are also safe from nolid. You know, it's funny because I just moved into this place a month or two ago, And one of the things that I was sad about was the fact that it wasn't more central. I was like, oh, I'm so west, and I was worried if I would be too far away from, all the hip happening places. And now I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm west because I get to miss all that drama. So that has been a really interesting thing to come back to again, coming out of the mountains and coming back home and finding that 10 out of the 14 Zika cases in Florida are literally coming from a neighborhood called Wynwood. And that has been really interesting. And I was just like, wow, I'm really happy that I'm far from that. So again, I will follow up with some butterfly pictures, and I will follow up with a test of this one. But again, as for the Cotopaxi from last month, I have used that bad. Oh, I'll put in some pictures. I've used that bad boy like nobody's business. But I haven't. I wasn't in love with the cheesecake bikes, and I wasn't in love with. Well, I shouldn't say I wasn't in love with the hook. I just haven't found a use for it yet. Not saying there isn't one, and that I won't one day use it, but I haven't yet. So anyway, may the forest be with you, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Okay, so it's nighttime now, and I have the charger on the LED lantern setting. So you can see just how bright it is. It's showing the room pretty darn good. So forth and so on. It's just a plant. So I also want to demonstrate that while it's charging, it also gives off a dimmer light. So here is the full light, and here is the dimmer light. When you're charging it, and when it's charging any electrical device. I actually did a test on it. So I have my handy iPhone 6 here. And so what I did was I drained my battery down to 79%. And then I hooked it up to this. And then, I'm trying not to blind you. I hooked it up to this and then let it charge for exactly 10 minutes. And so I started at 79%, and then in 10 minutes, it was at 89%. So in 10 minutes, it increased its charge by 10%. What I then did was I unhooked my iPhone from it and then hooked my iPhone up to my traditional wall charger with the iPhones, and then let it charge through my traditional wall charger for another 10 minutes. So we started off at 89% and went up to 94%. So in the 10 minutes. So with this, it went up 10% in 10 minutes. With the traditional wall charger, it went up only 5% in 10 minutes. So it literally took this charged twice as fast as the wall charger. What I also really like about it is because you can charge this with a USB. I use the wall charger. If you have the iPhone USB wall charger plug thing, that's what I use. But I also have a car charger that accepts a USB. So if you have one of those, you can charge this in the car. You can charge this at home. And then throw it in the bag, and then it literally charges up your phone twice as fast as plugging it into the wall charger. Again, I only did 10-minute increments, and I didn't do like a full charge scenario, but I think it gives an indication that it is pretty quick. And what's funny is it says on the go power up to 2 times charge. I think that means that it's actually, you can charge your phone twice. That's how I interpret that. But I think it also charges twice as fast as at least my wall charger. I don't know if maybe there's something wrong with my wall charger or something like that. But anyway, that's the last thing on this. I wanted to follow up with this as well. There was something that I was like, why does that remind me of a similar flavor? With this Moroccan Your World picky. It actually reminds me of Cliff Bar's the Sierra Cliff Bar. Except this one doesn't have raisins in it, while the Cliff Bar does. But I think the bar itself is a very similar taste, which I love. My two favorite Cliff Bars are the Peanut Crunch and the Sierra. So that's actually like my two. No wonder I was like, I need to put this in my face because it tastes a lot like the Sierra to me, except it's missing the raisins, which I do love raisins. Anyway, I have spliced in a picture of me at Oleta State Park here in Florida with my Cotopaxi pack on. And then there'll be some pictures and video of some of the caterpillars and butterflies that I'm trying to grow in my butterfly garden. So thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in a few weeks since I'm really late on this one and my August one is about to come. All right, see ya. Bye.